There are some NBA players out there that you just don't want to give any extra fuel to. Like, when you mess around, you're gonna find out real quick. These are the times NBA players messed with the wrong opponents. Starting off, let's run it back to the 2022 playoffs. Luka Doncic and the Mavericks had to face off against the Phoenix Suns, who were straight up trash-talking kings. The Suns thought they could disrespect Luka and get away with it because they had the best record in the league. And in Game 5, the Mavericks got straight up bullied and blown out by 30 points. That's when things got real, because the Suns started throwing shots at Luka. And boy, did he take it personally. After the game, Luka sent a message to the Suns saying, "Everybody's acting tough when they're up." And let me tell you, it was on. Luka went on a rampage, winning Game 6, and then in Game 7, he got the ultimate payback.
Who's greatness.
This dude wrapped up the Suns and smoked them, blowing them out by 33 points. It was a complete spanking, and the Suns were left wondering what hit them. And to top it all off, Luka got the last laugh. As bad as that was, this next one is utterly embarrassing. So back in Yao Ming's rookie year, Charles Barkley was talking all sorts of smack about him. Like, he was saying that Yao was a total bust and not living up to his #1 draft pick status. And let's be real, Yao did struggle a bit at the beginning of the season. But then Barkley went and made a bet with Kenny Smith that if Yao scored 19 points that season, he would straight up kiss Kenny's butt on national TV.
Yao Ming, he said Yao Ming gonna get 19 points. If he get 19 points in the game, I'll kiss his ass right here.
Like, what kind of bet is that? Anyway, Yao ended up dropping 20 points on the Lakers, and Barkley had to pay up. But because Kenny was like, "Nah man, I don't want that kind of attention," he brought a donkey onto the set instead, and Barkley kissed the donkey's booty.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm a man of my word.
You're a man of your word.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna kick him. He's gonna kick him.
Not exactly what the donkey wanted to hear.
He's gonna kick him. He kissed him.
Like, what a wild scene that was. And then, to make things even better, Yao went and scored 31 points in the same game. Barkley had to give him some props and admit that he was wrong to talk all that trash. Like, sometimes you just gotta own up to your mistakes, you know? But that wasn't the only time someone messed around with Yao Ming and found out, because Uncle Shaq got served too. Being a #1 pick ain't easy, and for Yao, being a foreigner who couldn't speak English made it even harder. He had to adapt to the NBA style of play and tough competition, and he wasn't getting much respect either, too. But Shaq, one of the most dominant centers to ever play the game, made it worse for him. Before their first game, Shaq created some drama by saying he'd embarrass Yao.
Wang Zhu, whatever your name is, you want some of Shaq food? Come get it. I'll be waiting for you.
It was disrespectful, to say the least, and led to some added tension in their first meeting. But when they finally faced off, Yao showed up big time. Shaq quickly found out that Yao was capable of hanging with him, as he dominated their early exchanges. Yao started the game by blocking Shaq's first 3 shots, while also scoring thrice on the other end as he overwhelmed O'Neal early on. And guess what? The Rockets ended up winning in overtime. And you know what? Shaq had to give him respect after that. Speaking of respect, this next player got taught what respect means by none other than the best to ever do it. Michael Jordan isn't just some average basketball player. He's the GOAT. And not only that, but he's also a savage dunker. That's why everyone recognizes the Jumpman logo. It's like one of the most legendary basketball symbols ever. MJ has dunked on some major players, but yo, for most of his career, he couldn't manage to slam dunk over Dikembe Mutombo, who was like a multiple-time defensive player of the year. Mutombo knew this and kept teasing Jordan about it, Even at the 1996 All-Star Weekend, he brought it up again at the 1997 All-Star Weekend, where Ewing was like totally blown away that MJ never dunked on Mutombo.
Mike, come on, man. Before you haven't got me yet.
Huh?
Mike,
Don't even try it. He never dunked on you. He never put you on the highlight.
No.
No?
Michael, get it forward for the fresh shot clock. MJ. Oh, Harry!
But then, in the same season, it finally went down. Jordan totally pulled it off and dunked on the big man, Mutombo. And then to add insult to injury, he even gave him the finger wag. That was some serious savagery right there. You can't deny it. But you know who can't deny being taught a lesson too? Well, Draymond Green and Klay Thompson got schooled, and they ain't gonna forget it for a while. Back in 2016, Golden State were all set to win their second championship in a row. Yeah, things were looking pretty sweet for them given they were up 2-1 against LeBron and the Cavs in the 2016 NBA Finals. Game 4 was straight up intense. The tension was high AF. LeBron got all up in Draymond's face when he threw some choice words his way. And you know that Draymond isn't afraid to speak his mind. But then Klay had to jump in and defend his boy, saying that LeBron got his feelings hurt.
I guess his feelings just got hurt.
It was whoa, Klay, you really gonna talk trash to King James like that? And then, it was like a switch flipped in LeBron's head. He was like, oh no, they did not just disrespect me like that. And from that moment on, he was on a mission. He put up 41 points in each of the next 2 games and tied the series up.
By LeBron James, hooked away from behind, then releases, and Curry has to back off as James throws it down.
And then, in Game 7, he straight up dominated, putting up a triple-double and leading the Cavs to victory. Now, listen up. If you want your feeds to be dominated with juicy NBA videos like Draymond, Klay, and the Warriors were in the 2016 NBA Finals, make sure to smash that subscribe button without mercy so you never miss out on any of the action. Moving on, let's throw it back to the Houston days of James Harden when he was straight up dominating the league. But even the most unstoppable players have their weaknesses, and for Harden, it was the Golden State Warriors. The Rockets were set to face off against the Warriors in early 2015, and the Warriors had already beaten them twice that season. During the pregame huddle, Harden was caught on camera saying, "They beat us twice already. They ain't even that good, man. Let's go."
Already twice, dog. You beat us already twice? That ain't that good, man. Let's go.
Yikes, that's gotta hurt. The Warriors would go on to blow out the Rockets 131-106 that night and sweep the season series. But it didn't end there. The Warriors would go on to crush the Rockets in the playoffs, ending their impressive run in just 5 games. And the next season, you guessed it, the Warriors swept the Rockets again, leading to a first-round exit for the Rockets. So James, are the Warriors ain't even that good? Really? As crazy as that was, this next player messed with the last person you should mess, and he got taught a valuable lesson. Now, Brian Scott, a former NBA player, once spilled the tea on how to guard Michael Jordan. And you know what he said? Well, never talk trash, His Airness, but a youngin' like Reggie Miller didn't get the memo. During his rookie season in the 1990s, Miller thought he was better than His Airness and got him all riled up in the first half. Miller was really going for it, trying to prove himself to someone he respected so much. But, like always, Jordan took it personally and came back hard, scoring 40 points to Miller's measly 2 in the second half. Not only that, but Jordan delivered an iconic line during the game too. That night, Miller learned the hard way to never talk trash to the GOAT.
Be sure and be careful you never talk to Black Jesus like that. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Black Jesus. I'm so sorry. Did you ever do it again? Never to Michael Jordan. Never to Michael.
And Reggie got served a big ol' slice of humble pie, and he had no choice but to gobble it down. Speaking of poking the wrong bear, even though Dylan Brooks was a Grizzly, he poked another bear and got touched. So Dillon Brooks was out here running his mouth all season long, stirring up drama left and right. But when playoffs rolled around in 2023, he decided to take on the biggest dog in the yard, LeBron James. He wanted to take out the Lakers and their old leader ASAP, claiming he didn't respect anyone who didn't drop 40 on him.
I don't care, he's old. I poke bears. I don't respect no one until they come and give me 40.
But did Brooks come out on top? Not even close. James might not have dropped 40 in one game, but he put up a total of 20 points and 20 rebounds in Game 4 alone.
Picks up James. He wanted James. He gets him. James drives. James is fouled and one.
Then in Game 6, the Lakers demolished Brooks and the Grizzlies with a whopping 40-point margin of victory. Ouch. To add insult to injury, Brooks got hit with a $25,000 fine for chickening out and dodging the media after Games 3, 4, and 6. And when he finally did talk to the press, he still acted tough, saying, "No regrets, I'm a competitor, I compete."
No, that's who I am. I don't regret it. I'm a competitor, I compete.
Well, turns out he's not competing with the Grizzlies anymore, because they straight up told him he's getting kicked out. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. But hey, Brooks might not be talking his way into the Grizzlies' good books, but maybe he can talk his way into the Chinese league. If you thought these players getting schooled was insane, you gotta peep this next video. Steph Curry's greatest three-pointers. It's lit AF, and you won't want to miss it.